I was wondering though, and this is no offence to Dave, but I gather you originally considered Dave Bautista for Peacemaker. And of course John Cena stepped in. Can I just say, again, no offence to Dave, that's worked out really, really well.
Our phrase that we say all the time on set are obstacles or opportunities. And that's always the case. It affects you a lot. You wake up a lot of morning and you're finding out there's a problem, there's rain, or there's this, or there's that. And we have to refocus ourselves and say, what's the opportunity within this obstacle? And that's what I had to tell myself at that moment, because I wrote it thinking about Dave, and then obstacles are opportunities. And then I met John, who's now one of the people closest to me in the world. So it's like just a fabulous thing. I gained a great partner and a great friendship through that thing going wrong, and Dave having another movie he had to do. So it's great.
You've gathered together an incredible collection of DC characters here, oddballs, you might say. What were the ones that nearly made it, that you considered but were like, maybe not, like Crazy Quilt or Clock King?
Yeah, no, I think that I settled on Polka Dot Man for that sort of slot pretty early.
I'm a superhero!
And Javelin, who's pretty useless. So I settled on some of them early, but listen, I thought about using Man Bat. I thought about using Gun Hawk. I thought about using, just
Condiment King.
No. Here's the difference. Like Polka Dot Man was a sincere character. Like Polka Dot Man came out and somebody was writing Polka Dot Man, and I wish I could remember the creator's name, and they're like, this is a new Batman villain that we're creating named Polka Dot Man. And he was sincerely created. Condiment King is a joke. Like they created him as a joke. And he was like, oh, here's a stupid character. Whereas I don't care about Condiment King. But Polka Dot Man, he is what he is in the movie, which is he went and he got his suit made, and he's like, I'm going to be a superhero named Polka Dot Man. That's how he started out. Like he thought, this is cool. Nobody's a polka dot guy yet. And so I'm going to be that guy. And then he goes out and people are like, you look like an idiot. And it's embarrassing. But nobody's going to do that. Condiment.
And that's what makes him him. That's part of who he is. You're so right. I've missed it. Tell me the story of the Ultra Bunny t-shirt.
I got it somewhere. I just drew Ultra Bunny. And I was like, because originally he was going to wear a Wile E. Coyote t-shirt. That said like help on it. Because that's what he got from the people in Corto Maltese. There was a Wile E. Coyote. But it seemed a little bit too much like we were putting, because it's a Warner Brothers movie.
Warner's, yeah.
If it was Mickey Mouse, I would be okay. Or if it was, Wile E. and we were making a Disney movie, I would be okay. But making a Warner Brothers movie with Wile E., I felt a little weird. Plus, I'm working on a Wile E. movie. So it's like all these different things coming together. And I just wasn't sure about it. And also, I think they were a little unsure about having Wile E. splattered with blood.
Yep.
And so I drew my own character, Ultra Bunny, who his character actually made up for something else. And I just drew a drawing of him. I had a sign. I'm like, what should I put on the sign? I'm like, let's put our slogan on there. Let's put obstacles or opportunities. And that's where it came from.
There are some clear war movie references in this film. Obviously, you've got Great Escape, British classics, essentially, like Where Eagles Dare, How About Kelly's Heroes, Dirty Dozen, obviously. What are the other men on a mission war movies you'd love people to watch after seeing The Suicide Squad?
I mean, Where Eagles Dare is the big one.
Well, gentlemen, I'm very glad to see you all here, safe and sound, enjoying a drink. I'm sorry to interrupt you. Lieutenant, drop that gun.
What?
Drop that gun and sit down.
A lot of people know Dirty Dozen. That one hasn't been forgotten. A lot of people have forgotten Where Eagles Dare. And that is a fantastically fun old movie and is big of a inspiration as anything. But the truth is, even some of the ones that were inspirational, I don't like very much. So there isn't that many, but Dirty Dozen and Where Eagles Dare are the two big ones for me.
I'm going to leave you with a really expansive one, which is, what do you hope audiences, what would you love them to feel as they walk out the cinema once they've seen The Suicide Squad?
I think I would love for people to feel that there's an opportunity for spectacle film to take chances and not just do the same thing they're always doing. If people can feel that, then I think that we've done our job.
You've hit the nail on the head, because where has that gone? The big budget, bold ideas, stick it on the screen, fireworks display that actually challenges and surprises you. Here it is.
I mean, that's what, you had these, in the 70s, you had movies like The Godfather, which were one of the biggest movies, or you had, Rosemary's Baby, which was an enormous worldwide hit. And today it's like all these, it's just like trying to carve out something special and allowing, for studios to allow directors, and also directors to have some balls and to make bold choices when they're able to, because a lot of directors, it gets blamed a lot on the studios, but it's not the studio's fault. It's usually the director's fault for not having balls. And I don't mean balls, but balls.
Figurative balls.
Not non-gender, the gender inclusive balls, to be able to go out there and to take chances with what you're doing and not just do the same old boring 3-act structure that everybody does these days.
And there we wrap things up. It's been an emotional journey. I really appreciate it. Have a great rest of your day. And